and foremost start with making generic intentions. Okay? That's an easy starting point. So there are things that you do that contain a lot of good, right? That, you know, sometimes one act is a culmination of lots and lots of smaller acts, right? So for those bigger acts, it's necessary to make that generic intention, right? So this and everything it involves is for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That intention is necessary, right? So you make an intention at the point of takbir tahrima, right? Which relieves you of having to make an intention for your ruku', your sujood, your tashahhud. You don't have to repeat the intention for all of the smaller acts that make up the rest of the salah. Life works like that as well. Does that make sense? You know, people sometimes, like we were talking actually the other day about hijrah. Like sometimes when you make hijrah with the right intention, you know, everything you do subsequently is impacted by that good intention. Right? And if it is the wrong intention, then you have to sometimes stop and say, you know what, I came for the dunya, but I'm going to make it about the akhirah now. And you need to convert the intention and change it. Does that make sense? And it's never too late to do that. So these are what I would call, you know, your big intentions. Yeah. And you don't have, you know, you're giving somebody a pen, you don't have to, but you can make the intention that I'm going to work on being more helpful. Right? I'm going to work on being more generous, so that all of these acts of generosity or all of these acts of kindness or acts of helpfulness fall under that broader intention. So yes, the broader intentions are important, but specific deeds should be done intentionally. You know, like important deeds, important acts. You know, like the hadith. Think of the hadith, the way the hadith describes it. كل أمر ذي بال لم يبدأ ببسم الله. Every act of importance that isn't begun with Bismillah is incomplete. That doesn't mean that every little thing that you do, the hadith kind of explains it, everything of importance. So not everything is of the same degree of gravity, and you have to make, you know, now if you were so good at being intentional that you could make an intention with everything, great, you know, but you might develop a pathology or something. But my point is, you know, there are deeds and there are deeds, right? Not every deed is the same. There are things that are by default part of something bigger. It's the bigger one that you need to make the intention for. That you need to. Does that make sense? And sometimes you don't make the intention at that point, and you make little intentions here. Actually, they're not so important because the absence of intention over there has changed the context. Does that make sense? It puts everything in the incorrect context, right? Like somebody who's making great intentions to do good things with their sadaqah, but their income is haram. Yeah. So the bigger deed is important.